Hey guys, it's Chris. Welcome back to my channel. This is not a review video. This is not a, cold sniff haul, anything like that. Um, I just need to clear something up because I had posted that buyers beware video on Shay's Sense. And I was looking through my emails because somebody posted under that, and it only has 150 views, guys. I'm new back here pretty much, so you know what I mean. Like my videos are not going to get a huge amount of views, but I just want to explain something to the new people. Is that those of you who have been with me for a while, you guys can comment down below. You know how I work. You know my heart. You know me as a person. Okay. Um, I'm a child of God. And I posted my testimony up on this channel. I would never intentionally, bash a company. When I do a buyer beware video, I am giving you my experience with the vendor. So I did a buyer beware video on Shay's Sense. Now, back in 2013, if you look on my channel, and if you go to my channel and you type in Shay's, okay, you will find videos that I have done where I'm gushing over Shay's Sense. I'm absolutely gushing. Um, but somebody, I guess a fan of Shay's, which is fine, posted, before everyone jumps on the bandwagon, maybe you should give them a shot, yada, yada, yada. It's 10:30 here, guys. It's almost 11 o'clock. And, I just felt compelled to come up here and just explain to the new people, okay, that in that video, did I come off harsh? Quite possibly. In a lot of my videos, do I come off harsh? Quite possibly. I don't ever mean to come off harsh or cruel or anything like that. That's not my heart. Okay? So in that video, what you were seeing, and I'm not making excuses, I stand by everything I said in the video. I do not believe the vendor said I was bashing, that she's never had. You can go read the comments yourselves, guys, okay? And I tried to explain to this other person who is obviously a Shay's fan. I'm a Shay's fan. It was a hard I said at the beginning of the video, I believe, that this is a hard video for me to make. I don't ever want to make those kind of videos, but there was a lot of stuff going on that I don't think I even divulged behind the scenes. Not a lot, but there were some things going on that I didn't even divulge behind the scenes. Like, that was just pretty much a my opinion video when I said buyer beware, and they were my thoughts and assumptions. Come to find out, she is closing. Okay, I mentioned that in the video, saying she must be closing and trying to just, off shoot her stock. And that's exactly what she's trying to do. Now, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I stand by the fact that you should not be doing it for full price. That waxes old. You can go read the messages. I'll read them. I'll read them because, and again, this isn't to call anybody out. It's not to dox anybody, okay? But I had sent a message, I believe it was like March 11th, and then said, was my first contact with her, saying, hey, I placed an order for this back on March, because it was supposed to be 1 to 3 day priority shipping, right? And I'm like, I placed this order way back in, like March 1st or something like that. And it was like maybe the 14th or 15th or something to that effect. And it was 2 weeks and I hadn't heard anything. So I'm like, okay, 1 to 3 day priority shipping. I don't understand. So I never got an invoice. I stated that in the video. I didn't get an invoice when I actually got it, So when I was doing that, I couldn't even tell you guys initially how much I had paid for it until I got her email, because she had to send me a screenshot of the invoice. So, it wasn't, or I know I never got the invoice as far as like the scent list or whatever. And I just stated, hey, I like when people send me scent lists. And the reason I stated that was because a lot of the scent shots were open, they were rolling around in the box. But if you go back to my channel and you type in Shays, there's other videos where I'm raving about Shays. I have told so many people back in the day when Shays was a really big, vendor in the, I don't want to say competitor. I hate that word. It shouldn't be a competition with vendors, but there's room for everybody. But she was in, my top 5. So why in the world would I make a video bashing? Okay. It's like people so quickly turn to, you're just hating or you're just bashing. That's not how I run my life. That's not how I run my channel. And that's not the case. I'm going to post my experience. Okay. This was my honest experience. And the vendor, who is now closed, she's closed, her website is not up anymore. So she is officially closed, decided to go on to that video after someone else said, you should give her a chance. Don't listen to one person's experience and just count that vendor out. And I absolutely agree. I mean, this is just my experience. But what this person, I had never seen this person's name before, so I don't think it's a subscriber. What this person doesn't understand is a lot of people know me and know that I'm not going to mince words. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. So if me not sugarcoating comes off as bashing, I apologize. Then you know what? Don't subscribe to my channel and I don't mean don't like in a mean way. I'm not saying like don't do that, or I'm not even angry about it. I'm just saying that my channel is not for you. Then you need to go to a reviewer who is all rainbows and unicorns and never has anything bad to say, or says I didn't really like it, or says they liked it, a scent, but then later on says you've seen a melting video, I didn't really like it, or whatever, or like that's just not what you're gonna get from me. Okay, so I'm gonna speak my truth at the moment. And again, it's just my truth. It's the facts of what happened to me in that situation. Okay? And unfortunately, this was just not a good transaction. It just wasn't. And I paid $42. And for some of you, you might be like, so what, $42? I live on disability. I don't have Marin around anymore, to buy all this stuff for me and to, anything like that. So that's grocery money that I could be using. Okay. And it's not a poor me, it's just a fact. Again, it's a fact. Okay. So she decided to, I'll just read them to you guys so I'm not verbatim and I'm not going to post them up here. You can go to my channel, you can look and you can scroll. Unless they remove the comments, I'm not removing anything. In fact, I've screenshotted them all because I did file a dispute, or not filed I didn't file a dispute. I believe I asked for a refund. Okay, I did that today. I have not used PayPal in so long that I just didn't even really think of it. And honestly, I was sad making that video. I was frustrated. Not frustrated, angry. I mean, okay, let me back up a little bit. I was a little frustrated, angry, because I had such good experience before, and some of the stuff that was said to me through email did frustrate me, such as I've never gotten a complaint. And once again, this is just a vendor who again, she's not even a vendor anymore. She's closed shop. So I don't know why she felt the need to go on my video and just say all these things. You know what I mean? Like, what does it matter at this point? Okay. But I'm going to read them to you because I want you guys to hear, you know, exactly what's, you know, what the situation is. Let me see here. Okay. So I sent, and I'll give you the exact dates and everything, okay? So, okay. My mistake. I ordered on the 18th of March and still, okay, so I sent her an email. So it's order 2281, okay? It was very hard to get a hold of her. There was not a whole lot of, I think I filled out a contact form. It was almost like when it said contact you, I don't know. It was hard. It wasn't as easy as other vendors to get a hold of. I didn't remember her name. It's now Shanette, I believe, although her YouTube name is something totally different. But so I said I ordered on the 18th of March and still have not received. It was supposedly sent 1 to 3 day priority mail and nothing has arrived. Please advise. I tried to get a hold of you on Facebook through your page and blog page, because she also has a blog, with no answer. So I tried to reach out through those, you know, when I finally was able to find this email, but I tried to reach out before that through Facebook and Messenger and through or the Facebook page, business page, because at that point I didn't know her name. I had forgotten it. Because again, don't forget, guys, I was ordering Shays back in 2013, 14, 15. I was a huge Shays fan. And blog page with no answer. So then Shanette Simon, Shays sent at yahoo.com. I shouldn't even say that, but anyway, I'm sure this is probably a defunct email at this point. Anyway, it says, good morning. I apologize for the delay in response. The order was shipped March 19th. So I ordered the 18th. She said she shipped it out the 19th. Now these messages were from the 29th. Okay. So that's 10 days after. Okay. It was supposedly shipped out. Now, if you shipped it out 1 to 3 day priority and I haven't gotten it, then there's a problem. There should always be a tracking number sent to the person or something, or some sort of contact or reach out or whatever. Your order's on the way, blah, 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 blah. Regardless. So she said, I apologize for the delay. The order was shipped March 19th. I ship all items priority mail 1 to 3 days and not sure what is happening with the mail service. I tracked it via the USPS, and below shows the expected delivery. So there's my shipping address. It says track your shipment. There's a tracking number. Now, I didn't even get a tracking number when I ordered it. I didn't get an email with a tracking number. I didn't get anything like that. So I ordered it March 19th at 5 p.m. Yes. It says it was sent by USPS. Yes. It said it was shipped. Tracking number. Priority mail. 1 to 3 days, delivery confirmation required, which my mom, when it finally came, my mom signed for it. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Delivery confirmation required. I'm not sure what that is. No signature required. Shipment is insured March 19th, medium flat rate box, track your package. And then it says expected delivery March 29th, 8 p.m. Okay, so, and then all it says is in transit. Now, this is a screenshot. So it's kind of hard to know when. Is there a date on here? No. So this is a screenshot. So I'm not getting what date this came from. This information came from. Okay. But I was never sent a tracking number or anything like that. And, whatever. So I said to her, so she said that, and I said, thank you, Shanette. Oh, she goes, thanks for making me aware of the situation. I'll be contacting the post office about this matter. So that was very nice of her. Okay. So my next message from her was, thank you, Shanette. I look forward to your response. By the way, love your palm wax melts. They are my favorite. I did reviews on my YouTube channel for many, many years for indie companies and started up again. And I said, if you're interested, because again, I I sometimes like to do reviews on my tried and true vendors, and she was one of my tried and true vendors, because it's like I don't want everything to sound negative. Like if I'm just doing all D-stash reviews and it's old stuff and it's just not performing well or whatever, it's like I don't want everything to be negative. I want to love wax just as much as everybody else wants to love wax, but I'm going to be honest about everything. So anything that vendors want tested out before release, and to get my objective, thorough opinion of longevity, throw strength, etc., or even just reviews, just let me know. I said, will you be having your Pom Tarts available in more scents soon? Because remember I told you guys it was really weird because there were very few scents. I just had to get what I could get. And I'm not, she said she's never had a complaint. If you look up Shay's scent, there's a recent one, and I can't remember who it's from. Hold on, I'm going to look it up, because I just want to get this out to you guys. And I'm sorry if this is kind of a long video, and I don't even know what I'm going to title it. But, and I wonder if she posted under this person's too, because... well, let me see, newest. I'm filtering it to this month because I just saw it, I believe. Nope, maybe it wasn't this month. It was this year. Let me see, this year. Okay, from Tara, who also lives in Connecticut, has, does reviews all the time. She says, disappointing Shea Scent Haul, October 2020. So I'm not the only one. So to say that, and I'm going to click on it because I want to see, did she go to her channel? Let me see. So far, nope. Nope. She didn't go to her channel and say anything, but she came to my channel, okay, to say something, as well as somebody else did. Now, I'm not expecting all rainbows and unicorns. Not everyone's going to agree with me, and there's going to be, stands that are going to say, oh, no, this person can do no wrong, whatever. Everybody can do wrong. Everybody can do wrong, okay? So, but 2020 was not a good year for Shay. She was closing, I guess, and everything like that. And so October 15, 2020, Tara I watched this review, and she had exactly the same situation as me, because what I posted under her, I said, agreed, horrible, everything was old and nothing had any throw, these melts were worthless, and I paid over $40. Do not order from this company. And what I mean by that is don't order it right now. And I don't understand, again, why she's so upset over it. It's like she's no longer in business. It has nothing to do with what she was doing before. Before was wonderful. I said I even contacted her, and like anyone who cannot take constructive criticism was told no one had complained. Well, here you've got another person on video complaining. And she has 480 views on this video. So, I said I reviewed her melts on YouTube and had the same problem years ago and did complain. Nothing has changed. No way to give feedback on the website. Yeah, in fact, I think it was you could leave feedback, but when I tried to, there was an error message, conveniently. Because there was no contact me, whatever, thing. So that's what I was going to do. So Tara hearted that, whatever. I said, my review will be going up soon. Review, buyer beware, whatever. So, and it says, someone else wrote, ugh, I would be so disappointed. It's important for you to do honest reviews, good, bad, and ugly. It really helps us, not the consumer, not to waste money. Vendors' attitudes, presentation, age of products are very important to me. Thank you. But she's commenting on Tara's video, but she's making good points, okay? So I'm not the only one who made a video, okay? So she's closing shop, and she just wants to unload her wax, which again, I don't see anything wrong with that, but if you know it's old, because there's no pour dates on any of this stuff, if you know it's old, discount it. Discount it. You know? Maybe get something back, but, you know, and also be transparent on the website and tell people it's old. So, going back to the email, I said, oh, so she never reached back out to me. So I said, will you be having any of your this was March 29th, will you be having any of your Pop-Tarts available in more scents soon? So she could have told me in here that she was closing, okay, in these emails. Not once did she say that. I said, I'm looking for mostly earthly, musky scents like patchouli, sandalwood, amber, etc. So then she didn't reach out to me. On March, this is saying March 29th, but that's the same day. Oh, yes. So the same day that that all this has been going on, I said, I got the box, because this was at 1:59 p.m. and the last message was at 10:21 a.m. I said it was crushed by the post office and most were opened and their lids were off and the wax was just rolling around loose in the box. May I suggest taping the lids and including an invoice so that when this happens, people can try and figure out which scent is which. Or may I suggest taping the lids and including an invoice with what the person ordered so that when this happens, which if you tape the lids, it won't happen, but when this happens, but sometimes, again, post office does stuff, and I mentioned that in the thing, you know? I mean, it's not her fault that the box was crushed. But people can try and figure out which scents are which, as I am left with a box of unmarked wax. Thank you for your order, though. I said, do these need to cure as there is no pour date on them? This is another suggestion that would be helpful to us waxies. Again, so I'm sending this message, guys. So we have, this is like the fourth, email back and forth, and I'm responding to her as if she's still open, unaware that she is closing. Okay? I said, do these need to cure as there's no pour dates on them? This is another suggestion that would be helpful to us waxies so we can get the full enjoyment of your product. Thank you so much, Christine. And she says to me, once again, she said, could have, let me know. She says, hi, Christine. In over 8 years of shipping orders to my customers, this has never happened. Go back and type in Shay's Scent on my YouTube channel, and you will see it has. Okay? And watch Tara Lynn's video too. It says, it says, I sincerely apologize for the inconvenience caused by the post office. Okay? Are you seeing a theme here? Okay? It's not my fault. It's never happened. I apologize for the inconvenience caused by the post office. So it's everybody else's fault. Okay? Tarts cured are packaged 10 per bag, which she does, and I pointed that out in my video that I love that. Hopefully this will make it easier to determine scents received. It doesn't if the lid is off your tart in the cello bag. But there's no smell to it. That was the problem. There was no smell to these. So that's not going to help. If it was one and it was the only one in the bag that had no lid, then you know where that lid goes, right? But, otherwise it's just kind of like a jigsaw puzzle. You don't know where it goes. I appreciate the suggestions and have attached the packing slip for your order. Okay, so that's where I get the packing slip. After all this, okay, she sends me the packing slip. She should have sent it in the box, okay? But again, that's not the biggest thing, okay? That was the last of our interaction. Not once did she say she was closing. Not once. Okay? So then we go back to my channel. And I finally just had to say to her, please email me. I don't want to have this conversation on this platform with you regarding a PayPal claim. Okay? Or dispute or whatever the situation was. Because that is now pending. I haven't received it yet. And I'm not saying, so I don't know. I've never had one. When someone just sends me back money, I get back money. So why it's pending, I don't know. I might have to contact PayPal because I don't know how to get a hold of her. So again, so, but people were saying she used to be really good. I thought she closed though. That's what somebody said 8 hours ago. Sassy Danny Wax Melts said that. So I don't know if this is a review channel or, a vendor or not. But I said, the fact, well, she sold me super old wax, so I think it is closing. I said all of her wax should be discounted because she's obviously just getting rid of what is already stocked, and that's been sitting on shelves. No throw. Well, I mean, she watched the video, but she said, I thought she was closed, though. And I was like, okay, I don't need to reiterate what I already said in my video if you watch the Buyer Beware video, okay? So I thought she closed, though, and I'm like, okay, see, again, here, it's the first I'm hearing of it, is from somebody making a comment on my YouTube video. Is that the responsibility of, should I be hearing that from somebody making a comment on my YouTube video? Or is that the vendor's responsibility to tell me that she's closing, or I'm sorry that, I'll refund you your money in the email exchanges we've had, or whatever the situation was. No, she sent old wax and thought that maybe it'll throw and maybe it'll pass and maybe I will not file a PayPal dispute. Because there were no further email interactions, okay? But when I did file a PayPal claim, then she comes on my channel, okay? So, I'm just frustrated, you guys. So, let me see. So, okay. So she says, where's the person that said give her a chance? Hold on. I want to see. Yeah, she wants to fight with me on this page. But I'm looking to see, because this thread goes on for a little while before I finally said, I don't want to do this. So 20 minutes ago, I asked her, please, I said 31 minutes ago, excuse me, I said, please email me. I don't want to have this conversation on this platform with you regarding a PayPal claim. I don't feel that it's my subscribers' business, and I'm not going to give you like the details of it. I started to feel uncomfortable, and I was hoping she was going to email me. Obviously, she's not, because 20 minutes ago, and it was edited, she says, I apologize again. I'm responding because you made this public, and I want to publicly apologize. I responded to your email the same day you sent it, meaning that old email where she never said she was going out of business. So she said, have a wonderful evening, okay? But before that, I can't find, the person must have removed it, because there was somebody here saying, okay, so this person, I'm not going to say the person's name because I don't know her, okay? I've had nothing but great experience from Shay's Scents. Me too, up until now. I'm a fan. I'm a stan. You know what I mean? Every company has their pros and cons. I would recommend that you guys give them a chance before listening to one bad review and running with it. Now, I don't know who she's talking about, but the people who are just saying, oh, that's too bad. I used to love Shay's, or whatever the deal is. I mean, they're not saying they're not going to buy from her. They're just like, that's too bad. Everybody who knows me knows I'm honest. She says, they're great as far as I'm concerned. I'm like, good. So I replied to her. This is not Shay's, but this is this other person. I said, I'm so glad that you did. Meaning, like, they're great as far as I'm concerned. So I'm so glad you did. I should have said, that you've had nothing but great experiences, right? As if you watch the video, I've been a huge Shay's Scent fan and buyer since 2013. But she made a mistake here. She's going out of business now, so it's not a matter of giving a chance. You can't give somebody a chance that's out of business. I mean, so this buyer beware video is kind of like moot at this point because she's not, but I was unaware of that when I posted the video. Now what she is selling to get rid of stock is no good and should not be sold. I stick by that. Shouldn't be sold. And then this girl says, yes, I understand that. I think the best thing to do would have been a personal messaging her only instead of blasting the business, so to speak. I get this is your way of business. However, that's not true. It's not totally true. Again, I'm not blasting anybody. If you had nothing but good things to say about a company and they make one mistake out of the entire time of your service, it's not one mistake. Go back and watch my other videos, and again, my other video I had no issues with the wax. I'm a huge Shays stan. Okay. But now there's a really bad taste in my mouth. Not that it matters. But let's say if you had nothing but good things to say about a company and they make one mistake out of the entire time of your service, I feel there should be some type of mercy. Thanks for your time. This person says, again, not Shays. I said, I did personally message her. It was very sad. I was very sad to make this video, and I was. I said, but I post the good, the bad, and the ugly. I said, this is not a channel where I'm going to sugarcoat anything, and even people I'm friends with, people that I am personally friends with and have been friends with forever in the wax world, they don't cry to me when I do my do's and duds because something of theirs did not throw. Okay? So this whole thing is just ridiculous. She's calling it ridiculous. Yeah, it is ridiculous. But it's not ridiculous on my end. I did not come to her video and turn around and make this big production. She did. Okay? So I said, this is not a channel where I'm going to sugarcoat anything. And even people I'm friends with get constructive criticism. And they are fine with it and learn and move on. I don't think you really know me or my heart. If this came off too harsh for you, what you are seeing in this video is sadness and frustration, not anger. Thank you for watching and stay blessed. So that was the last from her. Okay. So now we go down to, now we start where, okay, we got to go down and move up. I'm sorry. Okay, so the first message from Shithraya, and I apologize. I think people call her Shanette, but that must be her real name, I guess. If that's her, or I don't know. But I apologize if I mispronounce it. I'm sorry. It says, please make sure when you are posting a bad review about any company that you are honest in the review. If you guys have been with me for a while, you know I'm always honest, okay? Especially if I'm going to do a harsh video like this. I would never bash somebody unless there was a reason to, and I hate the word bashing, but I would never make such a what you call it, passionately, maybe people are saying negative, whatever, review or PSA or whatever this situation is, unless, it just was really, really bad. So it says, unless a company that you are honest in review. Below is the email you sent me. You admitted the package was crushed by the post office. Yes, I did. And I don't even know if she watched the video, because I said it was crushed by the post office. I'm like, what? Anyway, like, I can't win, but it's not a matter of winning. I just don't like that she came on here. She made it more of a big deal. But I sincerely apologize for any inconvenience this may have caused you, but your order will be refunded today. And then she said, oh, and I already read you the email, so I don't need you to read you the email. But it was just about the box being crushed, some of my suggestions in the future, because I didn't know she was closing, and everything like that. So then, so here she's not calling me honest. Okay, so now she's saying I'm not being honest, but she's apologizing for the inconvenience and my order will be refunded today. Okay, that was an hour ago. Now, okay, an hour ago, it is 11 o'clock here now, my time. An hour ago, it would be 10 o'clock. I made the PayPal request, refund request a couple hours ago. So that bothered her, obviously. So about 20 minutes ago, oh, wait, hold on. This is hard because I'm trying to go in order. Okay, so that was an hour ago. So then 2 hours ago, I'm sorry if I'm not going in order. I just want to give you an idea, okay? So she says, hello, Chris. I apologize for your experience. I strive to provide quality service. The order was completed and packaged as ordered. Yeah, it was. I never said it wasn't. I have never sent out an order without packing it properly. I believe she packed it in her mind properly. It was all supposed to be in cello bags. Again, the post office had an issue with it. I mean, there was a problem with that, kicking it around or whatever the deal is. But once again, going back to the email situation, she never told me she was going out of business. She never told me how old this wax was. She never said any of that. Okay? So it's still shady. So the order was completed in packages. Ordered. Yes. Okay. I have never sent out an order without packing it properly. I will gladly refund your money. I responded to your email as well. Then I was like, what? Okay. What email? So anyway, she says, I apologize you were upset about your order. This is 2021. I'm aware of the year. And I have posted in my group about closing multiple times. I am not in her group. So anybody who's not into the Facebook groups that just, comes across her Shay's Scent is looking for wax melt and Shay's Scent pops up. So they're supposed to know that she's closing and receive a box like I did and a box like Tara did, and having no idea that person is closing because they're not in her Facebook group. So that was her excuse. Is that she posted it many times about closing in her group. Well, that doesn't help the average consumer unless you're a really huge wax fan. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to go on Etsy. I can go on Etsy and look up Beaver Mountain or something like that. And I'm not going to go on Facebook and see if they have a Facebook group. And that's not where it should be announced. It should be announced that you are closing on your website. Period. And it's not. And it wasn't. You can't go back there, unfortunately, and look at it because it's no longer there. So then I said, I am not on Facebook much, so I just recently started going back into the Facebook groups. I said, but other than that, so I said, I am not on Facebook much, so I don't think I'm in your group as anyone. And I said, as anyone just off the streets would not know there is a group where they would get that information. I said, please check your PayPal. Thank you. And I'm sad this happened because your wax was one of my favorites, especially your palm wax. So I checked my PayPal, didn't hear anything. I said, I would like a full refund, please. I spent days melting zero throw after zero throw. And I did. I said, before I just threw it in the garbage. I mean, a whole box of wax. I mean, it was just, I say, never got a response email. Was it recently? She said, oh, I sent you an email as well. No, she responded back in March. This is, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, no, you didn't send me one about refunding me any money. You're saying right now because I made a PayPal claim for a refund. So then she says, 55 minutes ago, I have issued you your refund. I have never had anyone go through such extent, she said extinct, but whatever, to create a YouTube video to bash my company, nor have I ever received a complaint from a customer via PayPal. Go to Tara Lynn's channel, look up Shay's Scent. Okay? She's not a very well-known, she was back in the day. Now, not a very well-known vendor. Okay? But back in the day, Shay's was very, I mean, I'm talking 2013, right? It is 2021 now. So, with so many new vendors on the scene, nobody's heard of her. A lot of people in Tara's video, if you look at the comments, said, never heard of her, never heard of her, never heard of her. Anyway, I do believe this is a bit extreme and could have been handled by a simple request for a refund. Again, I apologize this has gone this far. Have a wonderful evening. But she keeps going on and on and on. All she needed to say was, I apologize. So I said, I would like a full refund. Yeah, so I read that part to you. It's just hard, guys, because other people have posted and stuff like that. And then she said, yes, ma'am, I responded to your email when you referenced in the video with an apology. Yeah, she sends that. Okay, so we're moving up, I believe, in order to get... no, but okay, so she posted 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe it was 4 times before I was responding to her, but then I said, please email me. I don't want to have this conversation on this platform with you regarding a PayPal claim. It's just, I just don't feel comfortable with it. And I didn't even feel comfortable with all of this conversation on here. Because if you don't want people to see it, don't, but anyway. And the refund that she's issued, like I said, it's pending. I don't know why it's pending. I've never had that problem. Anybody who's issued me a refund, it just goes straight through. But that could be a PayPal issue. So I'm not going to, I will figure that out. So I'm not going to jump to conclusions that it's her, problem. That's why I don't like PayPal. I just don't like it. I really don't. And the wax world still uses it, unfortunately. I wish there was a better way besides PayPal. Even Facebook Pay or whatever through Messenger, I find super easy. So I don't know. I just don't like PayPal. But yeah, so like I said, I've never had a vendor. I mean, I had so many people. I've never had a vendor come on and just post 4 messages and just want to have an argument with me on a thread in a video when she's already closed. I'm like, I don't understand what's going on, you guys. I'm sorry this is so long, but I just wanted to make you guys aware in case somebody says anything. I've read everything to you. Watch this video. You got it straight from me, okay? Yes, she PayPal, but this is my biggest issue, okay? The wax never should have been sent out in the first place. It was old. There was no scent throw to anything. I think for about 4 days, I repeatedly melted. Not the stuff that had no cold sniff, because I already knew that wasn't going to throw. But the stuff that I thought might have a chance. And, I even said in this original video, not this one, but the buyer beware video, that, hey, you know what? I could throw it in the warmer and be pleasantly surprised with some of these. Not the ones that have 0 scent. Unfortunately, I wasn't. For 4 days, I was melting stuff and getting nothing, and I just got, I just was like, okay, why am I wasting my time when I could be enjoying wax, other wax or whatever. This is just, this whole lot of, this whole medium flat rate box is a dud. Like, it's just not, and you'll see in my wax do's and duds that, yeah, I got nothing, so it was sad. And it's sad that vendors have to, and again, I'm not saying vendors. I don't care if a vendor comes on and says something or whatever, but like you guys, you as vendors, you know people are going to do reviews on your stuff. So you knowingly sent out wax that was old, and you all you had to do was take off the lid, and I stated this in my video, and smell it and no, there's no smell. That should just go in the garbage. That should not go in someone's box. Period. You know, but you knowingly sold that to somebody. But there was, I've never gotten a PayPal problem. I've never, been asked for a refund on PayPal. I've never had, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, it's just not the truth. So she's telling me I'm not being truthful. Okay. There's video proof. Go to Tara Lynn's video. Type in Tara Lynn on YouTube. Type in Shays. Watch her video. She wasn't happy either. The difference between me and Tara is very soft-spoken. Okay? I'm a very loud, vocal person. So a lot of the times I come off as aggressive. And a lot of times when I'm upset, I'm not saying I'm upset at a person, I'm upset at a situation. I'm very passionate. I'm very vocal. I'm very, so I do come off that way. My channel's not for everybody. If you want very soft-spoken rants, which seems like an oxymoron to me, or, complaint videos or something like that or whatever, then, go to someone else's channel. I am not going to be editing this video. This is 46 minutes long. Guys, I just wanted you to know. You've gotten all the facts. I've read them all to you. You can go on the video and read it yourself. I read you the emails. So my biggest problems, through all those emails that we sent back and forth, not once did she say she was going out of business. She knowingly sent out wax and received money, full price money, okay, for wax that you could not smell. You open it up, you just pop the lid, and her lids pop right off. So, as she was boxing it up, you couldn't go, no, this doesn't smell like anything. Chuck it in the garbage. Okay? But I'm the one who's wrong. You know what? Maybe it's hard to look in the mirror sometimes. I get it. Okay? But then to make matters even worse, to come on someone's channel and just want to have an argument and, and keep defending yourself and there's nothing to defend. You sold old wax, knowingly sold old wax. You never told me you were closing. It was never on your website that you were closing. It's my fault that I was not in your Facebook group to know that you were closing. Okay. You never offered a refund until you got the PayPal and somebody tipped you off, probably the first person who commented, hey, give her a shot, whatever, don't just listen to one person. And I agree with that point. Don't just listen to one person. Okay? But it's not just one person. Tara had the same, issue. But my point being is, like, there were just so many things that she did not do right. But it's the post office's fault. It's my fault because I wasn't in the Facebook group, So, again, guys, I just needed to say that. And so if you guys, I'm not going to remove the comments, okay? Because she wanted to make it public. She said, hey, Chris, you made it public, so I want to make it public. Okay, fine. But I'm a liar, okay? I'm like, why would I want to spend for a vendor that I used to love? Why? Okay? But when I do my do's and duds or whatever, and like if I'm melting Erin from Whispering Meadows, I love her wax, okay? So if I'm melting something of hers and something has no throw and I tell her, she's not going to come to my channel and or she sees it in a do's and duds that this one was a dud for me. She's not going to come on my channel and be like, oh my God, you know what I mean? Well, you know, la 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 la, or whatever the situation is. It's just crazy. I really thought the wax world was less crazy, but I guess not. So anyway, guys, and again, and you know, last point, it's a moot point anyway because she's out of business. Unbeknownst to me, up until today, she's out of business. So that I, you know, that I knew. So anyway, guys, I'm just gonna throw this in iMovie and upload it and render it and put it up here. But you know, if you're new to my channel, guys, welcome. Yes, I am very vocal. I do come across, and I know that's one of my faults. One of my, you know, I do come off harsh. I'm not. I never mean to be harsh. I just when I care about. I was sad. I was sad, and I was disappointed, and it came out as anger, or it was perceived that way. But that's what you were hearing was sadness and disappointment, you know, and frustration because I really wanted to enjoy that box of wax. I was so excited to get it. I was so excited to get it. Because again, she was in my, you know, my top 5 back in the day. But all of this is just crazy. So I thought the wax world wasn't, you know, maybe if I came back it wouldn't be as crazy, but I guess not. Hold on. Hold on. Strap yourself into your roller coasters. Make sure you got the, you know, the things on, because I guess it's not any less crazy. So, but anyway, so again, guys, there's really nothing to say. I'm not going to say like, watch out for vendors that do this or that or whatever. I mean, I'm just speaking on this one experience. Go to the Buyers Beware video. You guys can read it all, unless she decides she's going to delete it. So if you watch this video, immediately go there and immediately go to Tara Lynn and watch her video also. So before, you know, because after I post this, she'll probably delete everything. Like, I didn't say that. But I don't even understand why it matters. You're out of business now at this point. You've moved on to new ventures. And I said that to her. I said, I wish you all the best in your new ventures. You know, whatever that is. So I don't get it. I don't get it. You know, never in all the years that I've been reviewing have I had a vendor come on, and I've had, you know, vendor stands come on and say stuff, which is fine. You know, you don't have to agree with me. It's fine. This is my experience. You have good experience. That's great. I've never had a vendor come on and call me a liar and say it was my fault, basically. And I mean, you know, she didn't say it was my fault, but that she announced it in her Facebook group. I'm not in your Facebook group, so that doesn't do me any good. Nor is, you know, a lot of people that would, you know, look on your website. So it should have been on your website. You just weren't being transparent. I'm being 100% transparent. A lot of people don't like that. But if you're new here, guys, this is just how I run my channel. So, not all the negativity, please. I'm a very fun person, and you know, as you'll see in the comments too, it's like, you know. But anyway, I love you guys. I'll talk to you in the next one. Another video I didn't want to have to make, but next one I believe is the random act of kindness from Aaron. Yes. So this isn't even going to have a thumbnail or anything. I think I'm just going to upload it. So anyway, I will talk to you guys. Love ya.